Hey Facebook friends, how's it going? I'm over here thinking about the next subject that I want to talk to you guys about. Looking at my board here, and I got how long is the question. Um, the reason I want to talk about that is I was talking to a couple of kids over the week, last week, and I talked to them about, their goals and things of that nature. And it seems like every time they start something, they quit and they want to know, or I want to know, but I keep trying to tell them that, hey guys, you really need to figure it out and stop quitting. So I want to make this video just so if it applies to you, fine. If it doesn't, share it. I know it'll probably apply to someone else. But I guess let's go ahead and get into it, right? All right, so I got on the board here. Let me reverse this right quick. So the question is how long? All right, so I have goals. So I got goals and I have there's a financial number that says I want to reach that financial number for a while. I have some issues or I want to take care of my relationship and myself. All right. So that's where we're at. And so in context, when it comes to the money, everybody wants to have some kind of financial freedom, I guess you can say, to do and to go and to retire and to be part of society without any issues. The next one, like I said, is relationship. Sometimes relationship is just not with your mates. It's also a relationship with your parents, relationship with your kids. A lot of times our goal is to have a relationship and then now self. So self is personally, like physically fitness, you're going to school mentally and things like that. So the question is how long, when do I quit? The answer is very, very simple. So we're going to map this out. All right, so let me get this board here. All right, let me reverse this real quick. All right, so if this is my goal, then over here, I want to put now. So this is now. Boom. So the question is, how do I get from now to my goals? All right, so let's map this out right here. Boom. And then we all know the distance between A and B, the shortest distance between A and B is a straight line. But here's the thing. One thing that you always have to realize, let me reverse this. One thing you always have to realize, and I really want you guys to pay attention to this. If this is where you're at now, and this is where you're trying to go, there's something that has to change. And it is that point of view of change where we have this word pain comes in. So there's pain that comes in no matter what you do, how you do it, there's going to be pain from now, where you're at now, to your goals, wherever the goal is. So let's say I have a financial number that I'm trying to reach. Well, guess what? There's going to be pain. There's going to be pain there. My relationship it needs to build a little bit more. I want to have a relationship with my mate or have a mate and have a relationship with my mate. I want to have a relationship with my parents I want to have a relationship with my kids. So that relationship is my goal. This is where you're at now. Guess what's going to happen? That's right. Pain. You're going to have pain. Now, why do we have pain? Why am I saying we're going to have pain? Because I really want you to realize this concept. When we have a transformation between where you're at now and transformation to your goals, there has to be a transformation. and so I want to let me change the color right here. And I want to redefine another way of looking at the transformation between now and your goals. So in everything, we have pain. Okay, so we have pain. The pain is, let's look at it in this context, root systems. You have to grow. You have to transformation. There is a seed component. This is what you desire, what you hope for. And then there is a growth position. All right, so there's a growth position. That transformation from where you started, the seed is your starting point. That's your starting point, the seed. In every goal that you have to keep in mind there's going to be a seed component, and then there's going to be a pain component. And then all you have to do is this: manage the pain. So let me go back to my black one here. Boom. So in all transformations, in all things you do, you have to manage. You have to manage it through. Hey, what's going on, Pam? You have to manage through it. Nothing is going to come easy. Nothing is going. I'm really trying to harp on this because I don't know what the problem is with today's kids and their parents, because the parents is enhancing the kids' mentality of growing up. Okay, nothing you do is, with the exception of nothing, is going to be painful. A mother, a wife, mother has a baby. There starts off with a seed, and that seed, pain is going to come for the delivery, and then pain is going to come until we grow the child up into adulthood. So what makes you think transformation of your financials is not going to have any pain? So what do? We manage the pain by knowledge. That's the growth aspect. That's the knowledge. Knowledge is the growth aspect. How to change. Okay. From a now to my goal, I'm a seed. I have to grow the roots and grow. That's knowledge. What do I mean by that? Some of you, if you look at your life from last year of this time and today, some of you, nothing has changed. And if nothing has changed, you know that you're never going to reach your goal. You may have a desire, you may have a want, you might want to be rich or have some kind of financial freedom. You might want a better relationship within you and your mate, or you and your family. You may want to better yourself, your body, your physical sense, your mental, your education. But if you see yourself from last year this time to now and you don't see no growth, then I have to say that you will never reach your goal. Now, some of you started this process, and then some of you thought, oh, I'm supposed to be here by now, but I'm not here. Well, let me help you out. This is your starting point, the seed. This is what you have to grow into, the knowledge, and you have to manage it. So the question is, how long do I do this? The answer is very simple: until you reach your goal. You don't stop until you reach your goal. And it doesn't matter what it is. You don't stop until you reach your goal. Here's the problem with the mentality of a lot of people, especially with the kids and the parents, of not knowing what they don't know. The problem is this. If I think, let me revert this because I really want you guys to get this. If I want to start here and I want something, in our mind, it's a straight line. So when I think, right? When I think on something, it's a straight line. I start thinking of it. This is what I want. And I have a plan of this is how I'm going to get it. Okay. The reality of this whole process is you start it and you think of it, but this is reality. That's reality. The time of this component, and this is how long until you get it. But you have to consider one thing. Time does not stop. You have to consider time does not stop. So if you're not focused, on what you're supposed to do, if you're not focused, let me revert this. If you're not focused on what you're supposed to do, if you're not focused on your goals. Now, there's a couple of things, if you want to go take it biblical, there's a couple of things that you can take biblically. One, faith. What is faith? I think it's in Hebrews 11:1, where it talks about faith is the hoping, right? There's a hope aspect. This is my hope. It's called a vision board. That's hope. Then there is I hope for it. And then another scripture applies that faith without works is dead. So there is a work component. So now I hope for my goal, but then there's a work position, right? And then you work until you get the Hebrews 11:1 is evidence. Now I get the evidence of the things I have not seen. Now, what does that mean? This is right here. This is my vision board. This is inside my head. This is what I want. No one else sees it. No one else knows it. Okay. So what I do every day, I get up and I work and I do it and I manage through it, the whole process. I manage through the whole process. And I keep in mind that time does not stop. And because time does not stop, I keep going, and then I don't stop until I reach my goals. That's it. I have to every day learn something, every day do something. Now, here's something for you ladies. That Proverbs 31, the virtuous woman position. The virtuous woman position is an entrepreneur, first of all. She had her own business. She sold stuff, she made stuff, she sold it and then made it. But here's the key, and this applies even in today's time. You have to wake up before everyone, and you have to go to bed after everyone. If you don't wake up before everyone, and you don't go to bed after everyone, then you're not getting ahead of anyone. Okay? So you have to apply that thought process to yourself. Meaning this, you wake up and you have your day-to-day. You have your kids, you have your job, and you're doing that. But how are you getting to your goal in the same time that you're doing everything else? You can't. So you have to get up before everyone, spend a couple of hours learning, knowledge, managing, right? Then you do your day-to-day grind, and then you go, let them go to bed, and then you get back up and you continue day-to-day grind. And this is the only process. This is the only way of doing this. So that's pretty much what I got today. Quite honestly, I don't know what else is to say to help people understand. If you want something in life, there's only one way to go do it. It's actually doing it. But you can't do it on your day-to-day stuff. You have to do it before everyone else gets up, and you have to stay up late, and then you have to stay focused, and you have to work it out. And it's going to be very painful because there's a lot of sacrifices. And for example, relationships, you're going to get into a relationship and you're going to find out this relationship don't work. And then you start another relationship and you find out that that one doesn't work. And after a while, you start thinking, well, something must be wrong with me. Then you realize there's really nothing wrong with me. I'm gaining the knowledge of what I need to gain. But now I've realized that I need to find the right person. And then the relationship with your parents is the same concept, and kids is the same concept. Hey, how's it going? If you want to get your money, it's the same concept. You have to get up and you have to stay late, but you have to learn to get the knowledge of how money makes money, right? Okay. If you don't learn that process of how money makes money, then what are you really doing? You're just doing, let me give you an idea of what you're really doing. If you get up every day and from last year and today, nothing has changed. And this is what I'm saying. Now, some of you, again, some of you from last year today, you see a big change and keep going. Keep going, keep going. You're going to continue and you're going to blossom eventually. Just keep going. For the rest of you from last year today, if you haven't really done anything, let me see if I can. I'm such an artist, I know. Not. All right. So we all know what that looks like. We all know. Now, just imagine this little rat thingy, hamster, whatever you want to call it. That's some of you right there. That's some of you. Every day from 1 year to 1 year. If you haven't done anything, that's you. You're on that. And one thing that doesn't stop. TIME. Time never stops. Make up your mind that this is what you want to do. Every day, find something, social media, and learn what it is that you want to do. And then from that position, manage through it. It's going to hurt. You're going to make a lot of sacrifices. Manage through it. And you keep managing through it until you get your goal. Anyway, this is me, Dr. Bagley. I just want to help. So this is what I got for today. How long is the question? I don't know the answer to that. How long for you? You just do it, manage it, and do it until it's done, until you get the evidence. All right, this is Dr. Bagley. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do not hesitate. I would love to help you guys. Let me put this back. More with any more questions or comments. If there's any topics that you guys might have, sorry about that spin. That was kind of weird. If you have any more questions or comments, or you have anything else that you would like for me to talk about, I'll be more than happy to talk to you guys and girls. Until then, have a great, great, great day. Bye-bye.